Hello. Okay. For this lesson, it's a continuation of our discussion last time within the looping statements. Okay. Last time we discussed about the for loop. Okay. And provided you some example. We understand that for loop is best to use for when we know in advance how many times we will execute a specific block of code, okay, such as iterating through an array or performing a fixed number of iterations. Okay, this uh, this time we'll be discussing the while loop. Okay, while loop is used or same thing as with your for loop, but it is for repeatedly or it is repeatedly or it repeatedly executes a block of code as long as a specific condition remains true. Okay. Now it is suitable for scenarios where the number of iteration is not known in advance, unlike with your for, but depends merely on the condition. Now we have here a while loop flowchart wherein um, we have your uh, start where we test first our condition. So here we have your while, then we check the condition. Okay. Now, if it's true, it will execute the body of the loop and it will update. Then it will test again the condition. Now, if it will result or if it's result if it results to false, sorry, it results to false, then your uh, loop will terminate. So as you can see here, right, we have while, okay, then the condition. Now, if okay, or it will check now if it's true, okay. So let's see if this condition is true, okay, it will execute this body of the loop. Then, okay, it will update, right? Then again, it will check your condition, okay, and it will repeatedly execute um, the assessment. If it's true, okay, it will go to the loop body, then it will update, then it will check the condition. Now, if the condition is false, then it will go to the outside of your loop, okay, or therefore, okay, sorry, therefore terminating the loop. Now, we have here your while, then the and then our condition. It's our syntax. You have your while again. Uh, we cannot use this because it is or we cannot use this as a variable because it's a reserved keyword in C++. Then statements, then update expression. Again, when to best use the while loop? It is best when you want to continue looping as long as a specific condition is met. Now, it is helpful for scenarios where you need to validate user input or iterate until a particular condition is satisfied. Now, let's try to uh, do some example. Okay. Last time, what we did is, okay, we print hello world 5 times on uh, through a brute force way. okay, or yung mano-mano or yung manual, okay? Then it will result or it will do this one. Now uh to do this in, for example, in for loop, what we did is for, then we have our um initialization, okay, int I is equals to 1, or maybe I'll just declare it here, so I will be able to use that also my while. I is uh, lesser than or equal to 5, then I plus plus. Then inside will be a see out for our hello world. Okay, so let me just print for look. Ayan. Okay, we have our brute force play, then we did it on our for loop. Now, we'll try also to do that one with our while. Okay, so let me just copy so that we can check paano yung pagkakaiba nila if we are to create them. Okay, while now for our while, since we already declared our variable here, okay, so we'll just also use that same variable. So we have while I less than or equal to 5. Since this is our condition, okay, ito yung condition natin, ito na po yung condition yan. Okay? Ito yung ina-assess natin para our system or our program will continuously execute the statements inside its body. Okay? So we have here see out hello world. Then Philippine is our updation. Okay? Now, ito po yun, yung part na yan, nag-update. Ito naman po yung pag mag-update yan sa while. Then, let's try to execute. While sorry. Kasi nga hindi natin na initialize ah, yung ating I. Okay? So, siguro, ano lang, para mas ma-appreciate natin. Lagay tayo ng ibang variable na lang. We'll use it uh, dito. Sorry for kasi kailangan natin siyang initialize. Ayoko na rin namang will do some effect dito sa ating for. So, gusto kong ipakita sa inyo kung paano siya, ano yung pagkakaiba nila. Pero parehas lang na magpiprint ng 5 na number. So, j equals to 1. Let me just rename this to j. Then j plus plus. J is equals to 1. Okay. So, you have here your manual, you have ito, yung pag-print natin ng 5 beses. Then, we use for loop. Okay? Ito yon. Then, the while. So, what happened to while is that, okay, meron tayong initialization na j. So, our j is currently at value 1. So, kinompare natin, okay, through using this condition, it's 1 less than or equal to 5. Since that is yes, our condition is or results to true, then it will print hello world. Kaya yun po yung una. Then, nag-update. So, j plus plus, so j plus 1 is now 2. Nag-check ng condition. Since it is still true, it execute this statement and resulted to the second hello. Again, nag-plus plus, nag-result siya sa 3. Okay? Then, nag-print siya ng ikatlo. Ito po yun. Then, j plus plus, nag-execute ulit ng ika-4. Okay? Hello world. Ito na po siya. And plus plus, you have your 5. And ito na po yung ating execute. Now, the last one, nag-execute ulit, ay nag-update ulit siya. 6. But nung check yung condition, it is now false. So, nag-terminate. So, wala na siyang print na iba. Since wala naman siyang kasunod dito sa kanyang uh, baba. Okay? Or wala namang statement outside the while. So, wala nang i-execute kundi mag-terminate na po yung ating program. Okay? Last time, also, we check on our uh, loop. Okay? Na nag-print tayo ng ano to, yung 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 or the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, ganyan. You can also do that one in while. So, you just do it in, we'll name it count is equals to 5. Now, we'll do a condition. Ano bang condition natin dito? Para magkaroon tayo ng countdown from 5. So, kailangan kasi ang gusto natin mangyari is we print 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 or a countdown. Okay? So, our count should not be, okay, lesser than, or sorry, should not be greater than a number that is lower or higher with your 5. So, pwede tayong ilagay dyan count greater than 0. Okay? So, halimbawa, our number here is 1. So, 1 is, halimbawa, the last number is 1. Okay, if we will to check the condition, it will still result to true. Kaya, mapreprint pa rin natin yung 1. Okay? Now, kailangan natin, i-print natin yung ating value ng count. So, just do it, count. Okay? Then, since we want it na ang counting natin ay pababa, so we will do count minus minus or magdi-decrement. Okay? So, let's print. So, yan. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? So, kung gusto nyo 10 yan, nilagay sa 10. Then, it will start from 10. It will evaluate 10 is greater than 0. Yes. So, it will print the value of or the current value of your count variable. In this case, that is 10. Okay? Or with our, oh yeah, in this case, it is, and it is 10. Okay? Now, bakit ang bakit kailangan natin minus minus? Kasi gusto natin ipababa itong ating pag-count. So, 10, okay, is greater than 0, kaya true. Kaya print yung count, then minus minus, nagiging 9. Is 9 greater than 0, true pa rin. Kaya pre-print niya yung current value of count, which is 9. Then darating yan up to 1. So 1 is still greater than 0, it will print count and uh, it will print count, then magma-minus minus, so that's 0. So 0 is less than or greater than 0, that's false. Okay, so it will not execute this line and it will now terminate the while loop. Okay, so that's your counting for with our while. So let's have another example of while. Last time also we perform, okay, ito, yung pag-sum ng 1 to uh, 10 natin. Okay? And we try to get the sum of 1 to 10. So, ito. So, declare ulit tayo ng sum. Ito rin ko na to. Let me just use the uh, count variable. Okay? Then our count should be greater than or equal to 10 since yun yung gusto natin makuha. Then, siguro we'll start with 1. Okay? So, we have here the, anong next natin gagawin? We'll get the sum. So, sum plus equals to the value of your I. Okay? Then, we'll try to print uh, the value of our, sorry, this should be count. Okay? And this should be the sum. Okay? Then, ang ating count should be plus, plus, plus. Okay? Kasi gusto natin na tumataas yung values kasi ng ating 1 ay ng ating count. Kasi ang gusto natin, 1 to 10 yung ating ina-add. So, let's try to run. So, yun, 55 pa rin. Now, paano nangyari? So, una, parang nung nag-simulator tayo ng 1 plus 2, mga ganun, yung value ng ating sum plus count. So, the first iteration, the current value of our count is, the current value of our count is 1. Okay? Now, select natin yung ating condition. Count is greater than or equal to 10. Or sorry, lesser than or equal to 10. So, it's true. Kaya i-execute ito. Ano ba to? Sum is equals to sum plus count. in this case, sum is equals to the current value of your sum is 0 plus 1. So the sum is now 1. 1 na to. Okay? So that's the first iteration. Kaya yun ang na-print natin doon. Since meron tayong display instruction or expression statement dito, which is cout sum. Okay? Then, magpa-plus po, mag-update yung ating count. So, plus 1, magiging 2 yung ating count. So, at the second iteration, the current value of your count is now 2. Then, repeat natin ito, yung ating operation na sum plus equals to count. So, ito yun. Then, we will substitute the current, by the way, the current value of your sum is now 1. Okay, so since ayun po kasi yung value natin sum. So, that's 1 plus the value of your count, which is 2. Okay? So, the sum is now 3. Kaya din ay heto yun. See out sum. Kaya heto na po yung result dito sa ating uh, screen. Then, count plus plus. Okay? So, ano yung count plus plus? It will increase the count to, or it will add 1 to 3, making also our sum to increase or change its value to 3. Okay? So, again, mag-check. So, ang current value ng ating count is 3. So, the ang sum naman natin ay 3 at ang count natin ay 3. So, current value ngayon ng sum ay 6. Using this display, nagkaroon po tayo ng 6 dito. Okay? So, assume na our count now is 9 and the sum is currently valued at 36 kasi halimbawa kagagaling na sa 8 iteration. Okay? Yan. Current value niyan halimbawa ay or ang count na natin ay 9. So, ang sum natin ay currently valued at 36 and this is 9. So, ay ang 45 ang value ng sum, kaya print natin, ito na po yung lumabas. Okay? Nag-update yung count, naging 10. Okay? At ang value ng ating sum ngayon ay 45. Okay? So, natin ulit ito. The count will now be at 10, 36. So, this is 45 plus 9 or 10. So, I say 10. Then, it is now 55. Kaya makikita niyo po ito yung 55 dahil display po natin siya dito. Now, if you would like that 55 lang po yung display, let's take this out from the inside of your while loop and just print it outside. Okay, so 55 po yung value. Okay, 55 yung value kasi din natin siya print. Kung ano lang yung latest value ng inyong sum after ma-fully execute, yun po yung laman ng ating variable sum natin at yun yung display dito. Okay? So, now, one good also implementation of your while is when we want to continuously read the input until a specific value is encountered. So, halimbawa, enter lang ako ng enter ng ah, number. Okay? Then, after nyo ma-meet yung ating condition, which is halimbawa mag-enter tayo ng 0, okay? It will now terminate. Okay? So, halimbawa, so we have here your, what ko lang to. So we have here int value, okay? Then while our condition is true, okay, we will perform whichever is inside. So ang gagawin natin dito, we'll ask, okay, the user to enter a value, then an option which is 0 to stop. Okay? Then our cin, let's store it in the value. Okay? Now, we'll have the condition if value is equal to 0, then, then, gagawin natin break. Okay? Sabihin, will terminate. Okay? So, let's try. Enter a value. Tuloy-tuloy lang yan. Anything until mag 0. Pag nag-0 ka, it will now stop. Okay? So, that's our, that's also a one way of implementing a while loop. Okay? Okay. I-modify lang natin konti itong program. Wherein, lagyan na natin ng konting sum or pag-sum. Gusto natin lahat ng in-input natin, pag sa dulo, pagka in-enter natin yung 0, it will display the sum of all the numbers that were inputted. So, int sum is equals to 0. Yung ginamit natin kanina. So, we have, okay, if the value is 0, it will break. Okay. Now, it will display also the value of your sum, or it will calculate the value of your sum, which is sum plus equals value. Okay. Then, let's copy. Then, display natin sum of all entered numbers is. Okay. Run natin. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, pag-click mo ng, halimbawa, 15, 12, 15, i-click ng 0. Nakalimutan ko, it should be sum and then, okay, should now work. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 0. Ayun. So, inantay na yung 31. So, that's your while loop. Then, please check this video and please check your activity and do your assignment. And we will be checking that on the laboratory. Thank you.